Hey guys, and welcome back. For today's video, we'll be looking at a popular tool called Castmagic. Castmagic is essentially a tool that allows you to turn long-form videos or recordings into various other types of content. You can do this by uploading from popular video platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, etc., and you can also upload your own recording. There are some awesome features in Castmagic, such as chatting with any of your recordings with AI, creating pages to generate content from a prompt, creating mini videos or images from your recordings, automatic content creation when you upload a recording, or you can choose from your own custom prompt, and it's a great tool for utilizing Team. Now, Castmagic has previously been on Appsumo, and it was very popular at the time. It was founded in March 2023, but has come a very long way. Okay, so Castmagic is back on Appsumo with some new pricing tiers, and we have up to a max of tier 5, which is for a huge $999. But the difference with these packages is that license tier 1 and tier 2 are not lifetime deals. So for tier 1, you get 1 year of access, and tier 2 is 3 years of access, which to be fair are still good deals. But if you want to get a lifetime, you'd have to go for the minimum of license tier 3, which is nearly $400. So the difference in the pricing tiers are mainly the minutes per month. So for tier 1, if you're a small YouTube creator or you run a small podcast, you might want to go for tier 1. But if you run multiple channels or you run long videos, you might want to go for tier 2. And for tier 3, you get 800 minutes. So if you do videos every day, if they're quite long, you would definitely want to go for 800 minutes, which is actually quite a lot. But of course, if you run long podcasts, they will be used up very quickly. But if you want to go for tier 4 and tier 5, you get unlimited seats. And you can also have 3 organizations on tier 4 and 6 on tier 5, which is quite generous. Okay, so let's see if this tool really is magical. Okay, so when you first sign into Castmagic, the whole interface, the dashboard looks magical. I mean, it looks really nice. If I had to relate it to any other tool, I'd say it would compete with a tool like Taskade. I think they've definitely taken some inspiration from Taskade, but that is a good thing because it's very sleek looking. On the left panel, you have all the features here, very easy to access. There's a bunch of help documents, which are really good, and videos too. We'll come to that later. So essentially what you want to do first is upload a recording. So to get started with that, you go to Media Library, and this will show all your uploaded and most recent video recordings or recordings that you've uploaded. And to upload or import an audio or video, you simply go to this button here, and now you have a few options. So you can upload your audio here, and they support these file types at the top. So these are some of the most popular ones, and you can just go to browse file and do it that way. You can also import a URL, and it gives you all the platforms that you can do this with. So there's YouTube, obviously, there's Vimeo or Vimeo, however you pronounce it. There's Reels from Instagram, TikTok. They haven't got Facebook, and I don't know if that's compatible. And they've got Reddit, which is really good. So let's do it from YouTube and see how that works. Now, I've just found this podcast which has Alex Hormozy in it, and he always does really good podcasts. And this one is 2 hours and 55 minutes. So that's a lot of minutes that's going to be consumed here, but I want to show you exactly what Castmagic is all about. So I'll grab the URL here, paste it into here, and go to submit. And you'll see here it says YouTube is blocking URL imports at this time. Now, I don't know if this is from Castmagic's end or YouTube's, but I have other tools where you can paste in a YouTube URL and it works fine. So this is something that they really need to look at. Okay, so I've just downloaded that video and all worked well. So I'll upload it the manual way, and now it will say that it's processing the upload. Okay, so that took less than a minute to upload, which is really nice. A couple of extra things to note: you can add in an RSS feed so you can quickly import recordings, and they also have integrations with Zapier and Zoom. So once your recording is uploaded, it will show here, it will tell you what space it's under. Space is essentially a workspace where all your recordings will be under a particular workspace that you choose. And there are a few options here. You can add a new recording, you can rename or delete it. And if I click on it, these are where the main features are. And this is the whole transcription of that 2 hour and 55 video. So very impressive. It looks great. So there are a few things you can do here. You can edit the transcription at any point, and you can see it's been formatted very well with the right literature. It's added in question marks and full stops, good punctuation at the right times. You can exclude certain speakers and copy timestamps. Okay, so I had a message come up on my other recording saying that I've exceeded the amount of time that I had, and I was just doing the free trial, which came with, I think, like 300 minutes. So this is one that I did earlier, and basically I can show you all the same features. So what you can do here is you can click anywhere in the script and it will take you to that part of the video and start playing it for you, which is really nice. Down the bottom here, you've got all the simple play buttons, and you can pause or you can run forward. You can change the speed of it. And originally when I added this in, it had speaker A and speaker B. And the AI will do its best to work out which speaker is who and even what they're called. So for Stephen Bartlett, it actually worked that one out itself. For Alex Hormozy, I had to add that in manually, but it did the whole transcript and worked out which parts Alex Hormozy actually spoke. And there's a few extra options at the top you can find and replace. So if you want a word to show differently, such as Alex, and you want it as ALEXX, it will change all the Alex to that, which is quite nice. You can also download the transcript and you can choose the speakers here. So I've already added them in, but if I went to the X there and also here, you'll have this little pop-up window. Now you can actually manually choose the speakers. So you can see on the transcript now it says speaker A, speaker B, and to work that out, you can just click on any of the transcripts and hear it for yourself to work out who's speaking where. But let's do auto label speakers, and this will use the AI to automatically fill out the unmatched speakers. And it said completed, but it hasn't actually found the speakers. So what we would do then is go to speaker A. You can play some sample audio, which will kind of enable you to work out who speaker A is. And it has some of the speakers down here. It's given them a title as to kind of who they are. So you got 2 hosts and 1 entrepreneur. So speaker A is Alex Hormozy. So I've added that in now, and you can see it's populated all across the transcript, and it's even added Stephen Bartlett in because now it knows that speaker B isn't Alex, it's Stephen. Okay, so the next part is create content. Now when you upload a recording, all this content below is automatically created for you. Basically from custom prompts, the AI creates all this content. It does say here in red, some content failed to generate. Now I'm not quite sure why that is or what content it didn't generate, but you can click regenerate here and it will try again. But from what I can see, it has created a lot of content. So if we just scroll to the top here and I'll show you the kind of content and the prompts that are being used and created. So this is the first custom prompt. Now it says titles, and it's basically created 10 titles from the video, and you can go to preset prompt and it will allow you to choose a different prompt. And if I click these 3 dots here, you can see that they are using GPT-4.0, which is a good model from OpenAI. It comes back with some good outputs. So for each content area, you have a few options you can add to a pipeline, and I will show you that in a bit. It says here you can select text to open Studio, but that's grayed out currently. You can modify it, so you can make it longer, shorter, and the AI will do that for you, which is pretty cool. You can also copy it, and if I scroll down, they have YouTube keywords, so that's pretty good if you want to add it to a YouTube video. It's got all the relevant keywords that it recommends. It's got a description, the timestamps, and they look pretty accurate to me. It's got quotes, hooks, and all sorts. Before I show you more features from the create content section, I just want to show you part of the transcripts and what you can do. So if I highlighted all this text here, and you have a couple of options. So you can copy it, obviously, and you can clip it. And what happens when you clip it is it will download this particular transcript in an audio file. Now, the other options are audiograms. So if I click there, it will come up with this little window. And if I click to play preview, and I'll show you how this works.
Oh God, this is the entrepreneur life cycle. And there are 6 stages. Now, the vast majority of people get stuck on
So essentially what this does is it will take that transcript or that highlighted text and it will create a mini video, which might be good for shorts or Twitter posts or any social media post. And you have a few options to customize it. If you click here, you can change the aspect ratio. You can change the background, so it might look better in yellow. You can also add in your own watermark here and you can export it.
Entrepreneur life cycle. And there are 6 stages.
And if you go to text, it will also just paste in the transcript in a really nice and tidy format into this little diagram or box, and you can export that and you can upload it to your social media platform. So really nice additional feature there. Okay, so back to the creating content section. I will show you how you can add any of these to a pipeline. So once you find the prompt or the output of the prompt that you want, you can go to add to pipeline. And basically what you can do here is you can assign this to a team or a team member. There's a few options down here. So if I go to idea, you can have it as a draft, cancel, publish. You can assign it to your team member, choose the scheduling date and add a label. And what you can do is you can build up your pipeline and your team can then work with this particular transcript or this prompt. And you can just basically say, you know, create 3 videos using these titles and they will start working on that. So what else can you do? Well, you can actually create your own custom prompt and you can even add in a content sample. So if you wanted a particular format or a template or a tone or a style, you would add this in here. Then you would ask the AI what kind of content you want created and they'll take this content sample into consideration. So when you click in this little text box up here, it will come up with this window and it basically gives you examples of what you can create. So it's got some examples here. You can try 10 lessons learned, key themes, a blog post, 600 words, fun facts. So let's go to fun facts, for instance. And now it will be generating 3 fun facts based on this transcript. And this is a really cool and quick way of creating content based on the video. And for like here, for instance, Alex's favorite quote is, "We question all of our beliefs except for those that we truly believe and those we never think to question." And this will take you ages to sift through the video to find this information. So really nice. And that's how that kind of works. And now if I go to pipeline, you will see here now that a new task has been assigned to a team member. And I've got here that it needs attention to be done by April the 5th. And I've got the person it's assigned to. And an email actually gets sent to the person that you've assigned it to so they can access it very quickly. And if I click on it, it will show the prompt that was created. It will show my name down here and you can basically add in comments. So I can say, "I'm working on this now." You go to upload and now you can build a thread between you and your team so you can see how the progress is going. Now another really cool feature in Castmagic is the magic chat, and if I go to try it out here, this is a new feature that they've added, and if you've used Subscribe or other tools like that, you'll be quite at home with this. So ultimately what this does is you choose a recording that you want to chat with. So I will go with this one here. And basically all you'll do is you'll put in your text here and you'll start chatting with the AI based on the recording that you selected. So for instance, I'm going to type in, "Tell me the key features of this video." And now it will go through that whole video finding the key features. And there we go. Within seconds, it's given me 10 key features. You can copy that or even add it to the pipeline. So this is just a quick way of finding all the information you need from the video. I believe you can also choose from multiple recordings. Studio is the last option, but I have shown you this already, but to access this you can go to Studio. Now next up we have pages, and basically what you can do here is go to a new page, and like the magic chat, you can basically ask anything you want based on the recording, and it will create content based on the recordings that you choose as context. So if I chose this recording here, and then I can say generate a image, and what it will do is it will insert an AI generated image at the top of your page, basically in relevance to the context. Now, I don't know what AI model they're using, but let's see what output we get. Talking of outputs, you can choose the output style, so you can have it as a standard output or a long form article. We'll go with long form for this. You can also provide a prompt. So I'm going to put in here, create a story of the video, and then you just go to generate, and now it will say that Castmagic is generating this content. Okay, so that took about a minute and a half to complete, and it's provided the image at the top, so not the best one. I don't really see how that relates. Maybe that's something they can look at. But what's really nice is they've given you a table of contents, and they've given a pretty good article. So I'd say there's almost 1,000 words here, and it's pretty much given a story of the video. And what you can do here is you can come in and edit this. You can change the prompt. You can create a public link to this page. I don't see any direct link to download it, but you can just copy and paste it anywhere. It's no big deal. Now, if we come down to speakers, it will show you the speakers under your space that have been found from your recordings, and you can click on any of them and you can adjust all the settings in here. You can even create email, choose the role, change the little icon up here, which is quite fun. You can delete any of them. You can also add in a new speaker if you need to. You can choose the roles. So a role can help you, your team, and the AI to better understand the roles the speakers play in your space. So this is a really good way to work out the role for the speaker. And if you upload videos with one or two people, the same people for podcasts, this is a nice way to kind of assign certain roles and names to these people. Under settings, these are all the additional settings that apply to this particular space or the space that you're on. So you can do things like change the name, the label type. You can select from these options. You can choose from various languages. You can add in magic words. And these are basically spelling suggestions for Castmagic's AI. And you can separate these words by a comma, and then the AI will try and use these potential suggestions that you've made within the content. You can also add in context prompt, and this is essentially an additional prompt that will be injected into Castmagic's AI, which is used to provide direction specific to the recordings in the space. So that's almost like a global setting. So if you have very repetitive or similar content, you might want to add in something here. You can also tick this chunk transcript box, and this is quite nice. So if you have too many lines or too many sentences in one section, it will split up the transcript so it doesn't look too chunky. Then we have the automatic speaker labeling. So like I showed you earlier, the AI will try to identify and label the speakers for the recording. Doesn't always work, but it's a nice feature to have. You've got affiliate links here. You can also remove presets or delete your space. Now moving on, we have the prompts, and I did show you this earlier, but we have a few more options here under this particular tab, prompts. So you can explore the community prompts, and they have a search box at the top. A lot of these were added over a year ago. You can add them to your space, but there doesn't seem to be that many, but it's there if you need it. The main feature here would be to create a new custom prompt, and when you do, this will be added here. So when the recording is uploaded, and if you have a new custom prompt here, it will take that into consideration and it will create content based on your new custom prompt, as well as all of these. You can disable these if you don't need them or they're not relevant to what you need. You can remove them as well. Castmagic is very much focused around team and collaboration, and you can invite a team member by email just by clicking here. You can add in their role, and you can choose invite to all spaces if you need to, and it's as simple simple as that. They'll receive the email, they'll come in here and they'll be added. Then we have the workflow, which is essentially the pipeline. So you can adjust some of these filters or settings here just by going to edit. You can change these little settings here, so you can change the color of the dot, you can change a few of the icons, so I could have it as that, and then you can change the name of it, and that will show when you add a particular prompt or some context that you want to add to the pipeline. And for those lucky sausages who have Apple, they've actually got an app now, and by the looks of it, you can do most things that you can do on the desktop version. I'm an Android lover and user, so I can't tell you how this works or what it's like, but it's there. You can also create new workspaces or new spaces. And that is essentially how Castmagic operates, and that's all its features. Now, I do want to cover some of the help documents and support that's here. So down the bottom left, you have community prompts, and this is what I've just shown you. Then you can book a live workshop, and you can do this through Calendly app. You can also join their Slack community. They have an affiliate program, and if we click here, the help and quick start guide, they have a bunch of Notion documents that you can look at to get started. They basically have a lot of helpful documents and videos for each kind of feature that they have. So they have here getting set up in your first file. So they actually lay it out in nice, easy to read steps. They provide you with links to their social platforms, community, emails, and everything's very easy to access from here. They also have videos that they've built on Loom, and this is just a Castmagic quick start. But if we go to their little chat bubble here, you have a bundle of other helpful documents and links to access. So you have some really important options here. You can purchase additional minute credits, which might be helpful to those who run out quickly. You can book a call with the team. You can watch Loom videos. There's a quick start guide, which I've just shown you. Team functionality, and even more. And of course you can message them, and I haven't done this personally, but I know from what I've read, the founder and the team are very responsive and they take pride in their product. And if you go to help, you can search for different features or documents that you might need help with, and they have multiple articles. Okay, so this is their website and this is their pricing. So on a monthly basis, for just 300 minutes, you'll be paying $39 per month, which is very expensive in comparison to the Appsumo deal. And for their top tier, or their highest one, you get unlimited minutes per month. And maybe if you're an agency or you have a lot of money, you might want to go for this. And that's a huge $299, but you do get unlimited. I mean, they are using GPT-4.0, which is a good model, but hopefully as the AI models get better, they might want to choose an even better one than that, such as O3 or O1 Mini or something. Maybe when they come down in price, it'd be nice to have a selection of other AI models from different services, such as Anthropic, but it is good for what it is right now. Looking at their footer, there's a bunch of other options that you can choose from. It appears they've got some API documentation for you gurus out there who know about all that. You can sign up to their newsletter as well. And guys, if you are looking to buy Castmagic, I will leave a link in the description below. It will of course be affiliated, which means I may earn a small commission, but that's at no extra cost to you and I would really appreciate it. If you do choose Castmagic and you don't like it, there's a 60-day money back guarantee. There's currently 157 reviews and some recent ones, and they're all getting 5 stars, 4 stars. But in comparison to other tools, there are others out there that are similar, but Castmagic's been around for a while. It's built up a good reputation and it is pretty much solid. Apart from the fact that the YouTube import link didn't work, but I'm sure they'll fix that very soon. Okay guys, so the question is, would I recommend Castmagic? Absolutely, a big fat yes. It really is magical in what it can do. It's a repurposing tool and it does it really well. Perhaps one day it'd be nice to create shorts, as in proper shorts from the video, but that isn't ultimately what it's for. It's mainly for recordings and creating content that you can use for social media, blog posts, and pretty much whatever you want. If you like this review of Castmagic, don't forget to drop me a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you get the latest videos. And I will see you on the next one.